Greetings! I am Shawn Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn, and it's Wednesday, so today is comic day. There were two different comics that came out, so today we're going to talk about Chewbacca, #1. When I heard about the Chewbacca comic, I'm gonna say I really wasn't too excited. It felt kind of like, why do we need a Chewbacca comic? Like, I could maybe see a comic that takes place in the 30 years between 6 and 7 as being a good place to help, but another storyline after Episode 4 and the Battle of Yavin, just, it reeked of going to be having the problems of Princess Leia. And even so, the art kind of is similar to Princess Leia's. I think the art is better in this one. It fits more of a Chewbacca comic to be kind of this stylized the way it is, whereas the Princess Leia, the art just didn't always look amazing. It wasn't bad art, it just didn't look great for a Princess Leia comic, what you would want. But the idea of Chewbacca, it just seems unneeded. And this first issue here, feels kind of unneeded. I think it has room to grow, and there's a lot of good stuff that comes from it because, as I said, I think the story can still grow, and I'm going to give it its chance. But as far as the first issue, it doesn't really grab you the way Chewbacca #1 starts with a girl, a young girl, and her father are put into slavery by this gangster lord of this planet, John. And he has basically put them in a mining slavery to pay off this debt. The young girl escapes, runs through a lot of trouble, runs into Chewbacca, and spends a lot of the time trying to convince him to help her rescue her father and stop John from selling something to the Empire. We don't really know a whole lot yet going forward, and that's kind of the basic story outline, but there are some interesting tidbits here, and the character of Chewbacca I felt was really well done. Obviously, when you have a character that you're not going to understand what he's saying without somebody saying it, I felt like the overall storytelling did a good job of displaying Chewbacca through his eyes, through the way he was motioning, through the way he was doing a good job of showing us what Chewbacca's saying without him saying much. And I thought that was really well done in the art, and that's why I say the art actually really works for this, because it really did portray Chewbacca in a good way. As a whole, it's just kind of mixed as the story goes, and as I said, I see room for growth, so I'm not writing this comic off, but it just didn't really excite me at this point. Whereas I feel like Lando #1 grabbed you initially on and gave you a lot of interesting tidbits and a lot of interesting stuff moving forward. This one just kind of is a story and moves along and doesn't really tell you a whole lot that happens, and just kind of gives you just a little bit here. So as a whole, I can't really recommend Chewbacca. There are better stuff out there, especially Shattered Empire, the Star Wars comic, Kanan. Those are really good stories being told right now, and it looks like Darth Vader may start to be on the upswing, especially what we've seen in the future. Potentially that could be one that could come back to being really good like it was early on. So, as a whole, go ahead and skip Chewbacca. The art is fantastic. The character of Chewbacca is pretty good, but there's nothing in this comic that really screams has to read. And so you wait until maybe further issues on before. So what do you guys think? Have you read Chewbacca? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I am Shawn Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn. May the Force be with you. Always.